Soleimani was apparently on a peace mission, carrying proposals on how to reduce tensions in the region. This is from the mouth of the US-backed Iraqi prime minister.
I was due to meet General Soleimani at 8:30 a.m. on the morning he was killed as he left Baghdad International Airport. Mr. Abdul Mahdi said General Soleimani was carrying Iran's response to a message Iraq had conveyed on behalf of Saudi Arabia, aimed at easing tensions between the two countries in the region.
A few months after the success of the Islamic Revolution of Iran, then Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein, encouraged by some Arab and Western countries, above all the United States of America, invaded the country in 1980, hoping to topple the newly established Islamic Republic. When the Iranian army found itself unable to confront the Western Arab-backed army of Saddam Hussein, civilian volunteers rushed for the front line to defend their country and the new political system they had long fought for. Among the volunteers was a villager named Qasem Soleimani, hailing from Kerman province, located in southeast of Iran. Born in 1957, he was in his early 20s when the Iraqi-imposed war broke out. Soleimani received only a few weeks of military training before joining the Islamic Revolution Guards Corps, IRGC, a branch of the Iranian armed forces founded after the Iranian Revolution. He was sent to the southern front where he commanded a force from Kerman. A rising star, Soleimani quickly became the commander of the IRGC's 41st Sarala Division. By the time the war ended in August 1988, Soleimani had turned from a simple construction worker to a battle-hardened commander with several years' experience and success under his belt. After the war, the division under Soleimani's command was sent back to Kerman to fight drug smugglers along Iran's border with Afghanistan. Soleimani's wartime experience helped him earn a reputation as a successful fighter against drug trafficking. Flushed with strategic thinking, charisma, and command abilities, Soleimani was appointed as the head of the Quds force in 1998. Now he was a top figure in Iran's push to assist regional states and allies counter foreign-backed interventions in the region. Perhaps one of the historic missions carried out under the supervision of General Soleimani was the 2006 Lebanon War, also known as the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah War and the July War. Following the 9/11 attacks, Washington had dispatched about 200,000 forces to the region. The U.S. heavy presence in the Middle East had emboldened the Israeli regime to invade South Lebanon, where Hezbollah, a resistance movement against the illegal occupation of the Zionist regime, was based. The war that had lasted for 33 days resulted in a humiliating defeat for Tel Aviv. In a rare interview back in October 2019, Major General Qasem Soleimani talked about the ulterior motives the Israeli regime had back then.
بنابراین ما باید سه منظور را مد نظر قرار بدیم پنهان در مسئله جنگ: فرصت حضور آمریکا و حاکمیت آمریکا در عراق، به ایجاد رعب و وحشتی که آمریکا در منطقه در اثر حضور گسترده خودش ایجاد کرده بود. دوم، آمادگی کشورهای عربی و اعلام پنهان همکاری کشورهای عربی بر رژیم صهیونیستی برای ریشه‌کنی حزب الله و تغییر این دموگرافی در جنوب. سوم، اهداف خود رژیم برای بهره‌گیری از این فرصت جهت خلاص شدن از حزب الله برای همیشه. این سه تا هدف هدف پنهانی بود، سه منظور پنهانی بود که در واقع در ریشه های این جنگ نقش اصلی و اساسی بود.
In January 2011, Iran's leader Sayyid Ali Khamenei promoted Qasem Soleimani to the rank of Major General, the highest rank in the IRGC. As foreign-backed Wahhabi Takfiri outfits reared their ugly heads in the aftermath of widespread protests across the Arab world in 2011, Major General Soleimani emerged as a key strategist and ingenious commander, leading Iranian military advisors assisting Syrian and Iraqi troops in battles against terrorists. The two-star general was frequently pictured on the front lines during anti-terrorism operations, from Iraq's Mosul to Syria's Aleppo, monitoring the war in person. At the height of Daesh's terror campaign, Soleimani helped Baghdad retake the strategic oil-rich city of Tikrit from Daesh in 2015. The general also took personal command against Takfiri terrorists in the Syrian city of Bukamal, located in Deir el-Zor province in November 2017.
تمام شد الحمدلله.
نه هنوز شروع شه. تا تمام شد خیلی داریم. یه مرحله سختش تمام شد.
آره چون گفتن وضو گرفتید تو فرات برگشتید.
یه مرحله سختش بود.
او خدا رو شکر.
دعا کنید. خدا قبول کنه.
ان شاء الله ان شاء الله. آقا اینا اینجا برن دیگه شهرهای جنوبی و بغداد ایمن میشه ان شاء الله.
بزرگترین سخت‌ترین عملیات ما ان شاء الله تمام میشه خیلی. خدا کمک کنه تمام میشه ان شاء الله.
It was then Soleimani declared the end of Daesh's territorial rule in a letter addressed to the leader of the Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei. Soleimani was also named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people of 2017. In March 2019, the leader awarded Soleimani with the Order of Zulfiqar, the highest military honor of Iran.
برابر مجاهدت در راه خدا وجود داره و تقدیم کردن و روی دست گرفتن جان در مقابل این قرار شده بهشته. الحمدلله خدای متعال به این برادر بسیار عزیزمون آقای سلیمانی هم توفیق داده. ایشون بارها جان خودشون رو در معرض تهاجم دشمن قرار دادن در راه خدا برای خدا. انشالله خدای متعال به ایشون اجر بده و تفضل کنه و زندگی ایشون رو با سعادت و عاقبت ایشون رو با شهادت قرار بده.
Hailed both by his friends and foes as a great military tactician, General Soleimani topped Foreign Policy's 2019 list of global thinkers in defense and security. As Soleimani became more and more prominent in the international arena, especially after his success against terrorist groups in Iraq and Syria, several reports emerged about assassination plots against him by the US, Israel, and their ilk. The Major General was finally assassinated on the first Friday of 2020 as he was leaving Baghdad airport. Soleimani was hit by a U.S. drone strike ordered by the U.S. President Donald Trump. The commander had reportedly flown in from Syria. As head of Iran's Quds force for more than 2 decades, Soleimani earned a legendary reputation at home and abroad. In this position, he was in the forefront of Iran's relations with resistance movements in the region, those that stood up against the Israeli occupation of Palestine, the U.S. occupation of Iraq, and the spread of terrorist groups like Daesh and al-Nusra. Without a doubt, Qasem Soleimani was Iran's most famous and most popular general in recent years. He was a legendary commander who fought his entire life for peace and security in the region. Upon his martyrdom, 3 days of national mourning was announced in Iran in his honor.